Our dear brothers and sisters of Boston, the United States of America, we speak tonight to encourage you, to thank you for the wonderful work that you have done and that you have been doing and that you are going to do. We come to you about 6 months, close to 6 months since this struggle started in October. And once more we bring to your notice that we have all the evidence that we need to show that Yaoundé intends to keep us, to maintain us, and to continue to harness us as their slaves and their pack from which they recruit slaves. That is why, since the lawyers went on strike in October and the teachers joined them in November, and the larger community, the business community and transporters joined them later, not even one single grievance has been addressed. Our magistrates are still francophones, while the common law magistrates that we had in our courts are still working in La République in sinecure positions, mixing up laws, implementing and passing out injustice in our courts, while the francophone teachers are still maintained in our schools and they want our children to go back to school to be taught to continue in the process of destruction, while our leaders are under arrest and detained in the maximum security prisons in Yaoundé, and hundreds, thousands of teachers are equally in jail, and many more are escaping the country. There is no hope for us, and things will get even darker and glimmer if we allow this struggle to collapse at any point in time. We have come a long way. It has taken us more than 5 decades for our people to come to the realization that we cannot continue to make as if we don't see what is happening. We just can't continue. We have been on strike since October, and now is the time to push forward, to take decisive action. In the process, we don't need to get everything right. We don't need to have perfection to forge ahead. What the lawyers started in October, they didn't intend for it to get to this level. They didn't see it was going to get this far. When we, the teachers, came in November, we did not see it was going to have this magnitude, but God had a special plan, a special purpose, and a special agenda for this season. Today is March 17. A few weeks ago, you would have heard, I'm sure I have spoken to you before, about SCACUF. That SCACUF had retained a veritable law firm, a law firm with a reference. All you need to do is to go online and type Foleyhawk, and you will see their references online, where they are connected, where they have offices around the world. You will see them. Foleyhawk Law Firm has handled cases like ours before, and therefore they have a wonderful resume. Go online, visit their offices, call them, you will have information. Now we have come to the point where we have to sue the government of La République against all the heinous crimes that they have committed against our people and nation since 1961. We are suing them for genocide, for we have in fact had suffered genocide, cultural and economical genocide since 1961. You want to remember the destruction of power camp, the destruction of our wharves and seaports, the destruction of marketing board, the destruction of Cameroon Bank, the destruction of AMB Technical College, the destruction of our business magnates, Nanga, Longla, Kilo, Che, Neba Oto, and you name the rest, all destroyed by La République. This is payback time. This is payback time. And so we have sent out a communique signed by the two consortium leaders on behalf of SCACUF to inform you that the law firm will effectively start suing the government of La République. It will sue the government collectively, sue individuals, ministers, governors, security officials for all the crimes that we have seen them committed against our people. Crimes against humanity, genocide, economic crimes. We will sue them, and we shall ask and have reparation. The law firm shall be suing to get injunctions to stop the arrests going on in our land, an injunction for the restoration of social media, internet, an injunction for the release of our leaders and compatriots arrested and taken to Yaoundé, or should I have said abducted, for they were in fact abducted. And many more are now being kidnapped against ransom back home. Police officers, they come, they kidnap you, and then they come and take you out. You pay 250,000 francs, 1 million francs. That is kidnap, and what they pay is ransom. It's now a money-making issue. You would also have heard about attempts to burn our markets and the successful burning down of the Bamenda food market. 60 shops we hear have been burnt down by agents of La République. Their purpose of burning down our market, as you already know, is to ruin our economy, intimidate our people, force them to submit, and also create evidence, give themselves evidence to prosecute our people that they have arrested and charged with terrorism, and they had no evidence. Now they are now in the process of creating evidence by causing carnage and more destruction. We need to sue them, and we are suing them now. In our earlier discussions, we had indicated that we had retained Foley Hawk Law Firm with a retainer fee of 35,000, if you know what a retainer fee is. But what the law firm is going to engage in is a serious matter. And so in the communique that we have sent out, we have stepped up the retainer fee to 75,000. This is not because that is what the law firm needs. The law firm needs a starting down payment of 35,000 for them to engage. But we want to make sure, and the law firm wants to make sure, that there is enough money in the account to take them a mile or 2 or 3 once they start. What we are engaging in is going to cost us a lot. I don't know how much money will be the price to pay for freedom, but we want to remind ourselves that many of our children have given even their own lives in this struggle, that we and our children to come may have a real country they can call home. And therefore, no amount of money will be too much. What we envisage is to collect millions of dollars in a very short space of time, millions of dollars to help us finance the work of the law firm, finance the diplomatic offensive that the law firm wants to get SCACUF leadership involved in, finance even the struggle back home. Now you want to know that thousands of our compatriots, teachers of the private sector, and our brothers and sisters of the chambers, the legal domain, the legal profession, the lawyers, have sacrificed their jobs and they have gone for several months without wages. If this strike is going to continue and be sustained, then we need to come together collectively and share the tab. Therefore, the fund that SCACUF has initiated and created in the US, that fund is a fund for Southern Cameroons, managed by Southern Cameroonians. As you would have noticed, there is no frontline leader, not of the consortium, not of the SCNC, not of SCACUF, not of any of the groups that is a board of director members of the fund. The members of the board of directors have been selected from amongst our brothers and sisters in the diaspora, in Africa, in Europe, in America, and Asia. We're going to have them all on board. And that BOD is fairly balanced, split up fairly, 15 members between the Northwest and the Southwest. It is our intention that 7 of the board members will come from the Southwest, 8 from the Northwest, and that the chair of that board will come from the Southwest region. We are going to charge, and we are in fact charging the board of directors to work in total transparency, so that at each time, all the organizations that have members on the board, and all of them do have for now, will sit down and will give quarterly reports to their organizations and to SCACUF, so that we continue to mobilize our people. Our prayer, and my prayer, is that we do a sacrifice, and that each of us should determine in his or her heart how much money you are assigning for this struggle through this fund. You would all have noticed that so far, the consortium has not been involved in any fundraising. And when I talk about the consortium, it is the consortium that is made up of teachers' unions, lawyers' associations, business community trade unions, transporters trade unions, and the others. All the members of the consortium, you want to know, are trade unions and professional associations. The consortium does not have individuals, does not admit individuals as members. And therefore, we of the consortium have not been involved in fundraising. And today, as we had indicated, we are throwing our weight, all our energy, behind this Southern Cameroon fundraising, behind this SCACUF fundraising. And this fund, as we have created, as you will see details from one of ours, from one of yours in today's meeting in Boston, the fund that has been created in the United States does not have the name SCACUF attached to it. Well, that is for purposes of fulfilling requirements of American law, but it equally speaks volume. And therefore we encourage you to give your all. The shorter time we take to mobilize huge amounts of money, the better for the struggle. If we can take 1 week and put $1 million in that account, it will inform Yaoundé that we are determined. It will equally inform the international community that we are determined. If we take 1 month and raise $10 million in that account, it will speak even much more. Now permit me to inform you that 3 or 4 of you out there had opted to foot the bills, to pay the retainer fee and much more that the law firm was demanding. But it was on the advice of the law firm that it would be counterproductive if 2 people finance a project like this one for a nation to be. It would be seen to be a private issue. And so it was the law firm's idea that we create a fund to which hundreds of thousands of southern Cameroonians, even millions, will chip in $1, $2, $10, $20, $50. And the firm will be able to present to the courts that these are the people, that the people are bent. And therefore we call on you, every single Cameroonian, at home and abroad, to avail themselves of this opportunity, and let us once more show to La République and show to the world our unity, our decision to overcome. At this moment, I would like to bring to your notice in Boston and to our compatriots around the world that it has not been easy to get to this point. We have had lots of discouraging comments as we have moved along, even to retain the services of the law firm. We have had lots of disparaging remarks, even about setting up the fund. But I pray you to see that this is the moment. This is the moment. If there will be transparency, then it will be because you out there in the diaspora will manage the fund transparently. If there won't be transparency, then it would be because you have chosen not to be transparent. That is one of the big crimes that we are fighting against La République, that they have stolen our wealth, they have looted, they have despoiled us. But I know that as you are living in civilized skies, under civilized skies, and you have seen what good it is for a nation to be transparent, you will exercise transparency to disprove the enemies, the detractors of this scheme, so that we can move forward. And therefore I pray you not to listen to our detractors, not to listen to our detractors, some of them who have been involved in fundraising, and we have not seen what they are doing with it. Some of them who are impostors, raising money on behalf of the consortium that has not mandated them, and they are not consortium members. We pray you, this is the moment. Seize it. Don't allow it fall on the ground. Let us seize it and push forward. Once more, this is the year that the Lord said in his word, in Isaiah 61 verse 2, and it is declared, this is the acceptable year of the Lord. And I add, for Southern Cameroon's Ambazonia. Let us make hay while the sun shines. Let us march forward and push forward before our people get tired back home. Let us give them hope. Let us sustain them. Let us support them. Even while we will raise funds to support them and support those who are in exile, let us think of our brothers and sisters back home. When you contribute, think of those teachers in the private schools who have gone for close to 4 months without a salary. And they are going to go for a lot more if we don't come in and support them. When you contribute, think that they have to eat. that their children have to pay hospital bills, think that they have to clothe themselves, pay rents, and pay other bills. When we contribute, we should have this in mind. When we contribute, we should have in mind that we don't want at any one moment in time for this case to stop because our lawyers could not move. The Foley Hawk law firm has extended a hand of fellowship to all Cameroonian men of law who have filed cases before on this matter, to all Cameroonians who have filed cases before on this matter, to join them, put hands together so that they make sure that no stone is left unturned. Together, we shall win. With God on our side and the Lord is on our side, there is no mountain that we shall not push down. That is what he says in his word in Isaiah 45, verse 2 and 3. God bless you as you deliberate. God bless you as you launch the contributions. Long live Southern Cameroon's Ambazonia.